Hello, everyone. I'm Harvey Brownstone, and today I'm delighted to welcome a veteran actor who's appeared in many popular movies, including White Men Can't Jump and Cadillac Dreams. You've also seen him in numerous TV shows like Hill Street Blues, The Fall Guy, Major Dad, 21 Jump Street, and 2 Degrees. But he's best known for playing Goldie Wilson in the mega-blockbuster movie Back to the Future. And he returned to the big screen as Mayor Goldie Wilson in Back to the Future Part 2. You've also heard his voice playing some of the most beloved characters in iconic animated movies like Mulan, The Lion King, Osmosis Jones, Curious George, and Monsters University. Most recently, he's launched an exciting new streaming service at tvtu.net, a digital platform that features high-quality independent programming for arts education, entertainment, and live event streaming. He is, of course, the one and only Don Fullilove. Don, welcome to our show, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Don, one of the first things you did in your career was to play the voice of Michael Jackson in the 1971 animated TV series, The Jackson 5. He had a very distinctive speaking voice, even as a child. Was it difficult to channel and convey the essence of who he was?
Not really, because it was just a natural fit. We were both the same age. The voice timbre was the same. And, I just basically got lucky enough to fall into that particular slot.
Did you ever get to meet Michael Jackson?
Oh, yeah.
What did he think of your portrayal of him on the show?
The very first time I met him, I gave him one of the scripts because, they never really partook in any of the show at all. So he was quite happy to have that. I understand he kept that script. So that was one of our joyous moments, if you will.
While we're talking about voiceover work, you've actually done a lot of voiceover work in your career. I mentioned some of your roles in my introduction, but you've also played Jason Phillips on Emergency +4, and you played Nurse George on Up, and you were several characters on American Dad. Do you like voiceover work as much as acting on the screen?
Well, I think, we all have our niche, and I think that voiceover for me has been, to coin a phrase, very, very good. So, yeah, it's fun doing both of them, but I think the voiceover thing comes a little more naturally for me.
And I have to say, you are very, very good.
Thank you.
Now, of course, you're best known for your iconic roles as Goldie Wilson and Mayor Goldie Wilson in the Back to the Future movies. Did you know at the time that you were making the first Back to the Future film that you were part of an iconic classic movie that would be one of the most beloved films of all time?
I had no clue. I knew that it was a Steven Spielberg project, and that was a good thing. You figure if you're doing something with Spielberg's name on it, it's going to get some attention. But as far as it having the legs to last until here we are in 2021, I had no clue.
Don, you're beloved by fans of Back to the Future franchise because you've helped to keep the legacy alive by making special appearances in films like Fastest DeLorean in the World, Parts 1 and 2, and Back in Time. There's even a TV miniseries called Expedition Back to the Future, which I loved, in which you play Goldie Wilson. Do you think that being so closely identified with one role has been something of a mixed blessing in your career?
Yeah. It's kind of interesting because in my early career, I wanted to do everything. I wanted to become a star, a movie star. And then, at some point in my life, I decided, I just want to be a working actor. And voiceover is, very rewarding for me. So I became a working voiceover actor. And then all of a sudden in 2010, I heard that there was a reunion for Back to the Future. I was like, a reunion for Back to the Future? I didn't know anything about it. And it was at that point that I began to study and I began to realize, oh my goodness, this is a cult flick. This thing is worldwide. I was like, the world knows Goldie Wilson, and it was kind of incredible to me. And as time has gone on, I found out, from talking to people a lot, that people have a lot of, how can I say, the words that Goldie said inspired a lot of people. And I never realized that. I just was an actor. I never realized how much that, it was really affecting people.
I think that the role of Goldie Wilson was so beloved because you conveyed so much optimism and ambition and hope. It was a very positive role.
Yeah, that's what I've come to find out from, the different fans that I've spoken to. And that it's kind of humbled me, and like you said, it's like the character is known around the world, which is remarkable to me. But that's just how good the trilogy was, how it affected people throughout the years.
So, Don, tell us about your brand new streaming service.
Well, it's called TV2. It says it was TVTU, and it was developed by myself and my brand new bride, Love. And what we're doing is we're doing live streaming of events and video on demand for independent projects, for those people that don't have the big studio deal, but yet and still they have content that's compelling and needs to be exposed to the world. And that's why we're here. So it's tvtu.net.
What inspired you and Love to create this new platform?
Well, it was funny because during the beginning of COVID-19, everything became binge television watching. We binged everything, and everything became like an internet TV station. And we had like an idea, because she's from an educational background. So we had an idea, let's see if we can do this and provide educational channels, lifestyle channels, entertainment channels, live streaming. And our little baby our idea just grew into a real thing. And it's currently up and running, and we're constantly going to be adding new content moving forward.
So what do you say to people who are thinking, well, I've already got Netflix and Amazon Prime. Why do I need another streaming service?
Because you'll have access to content that you have never heard of, never seen, and will thoroughly enjoy.
I have to agree with that. I went on the website and took a look, and I'm subscribing. Can you tell us, what do we have to do to subscribe to TVTU?
Just go to tvtu.net and follow the prompts. It's very easy. It's very affordable. And we got a lot of new stuff coming.
Now, I know the streaming service has only just recently started, but do you think that at some point you might want to feature a really innovative talk show with a host who asks amazing questions to amazing guests?
Only if he has a black tie and a white shirt on.
I'm just kidding. I had to do a little shameless self-promotion there, Don.
You got to.
Now, last year, you were the executive producer on a TV series called 2 Degrees. Now that you have a streaming service, do you see yourself moving into a producing role rather than as an actor?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, 100% producing situation. As a matter of fact, 2 Degrees is currently in production for season 2. And there's a show that is based on a certain lovely character from a certain trilogy. I won't say any things. But yes, there's a lot of exciting things coming to tv2.net.
Don, I know that on July 31st, you got married to your beautiful wife, Love Price, who's a very successful director, choreography, producer, and writer. Congratulations on finally tying the knot with your longtime sweetheart.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, it was a lovely, lovely wedding, which was our very first live stream event. And you can we've got an edited version now where you can catch all the highlights. So yeah, we're excited.
Is it true that the Delorean time machine made a surprise appearance at the wedding?
There was a bolt of lightning, the car appeared, there was a flash of fire, and it was gone.
Were there any other surprises at the wedding?
You have to tune in to see.
Okay, well, you've got my interest. Well, Don, it's really been terrific having you on our show. I'm so looking forward to watching all of the exciting new content on TVTU. Thank you so much for taking the time to come on our show.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I really, really appreciate it.
Congratulations again on your wedding. I wish you the very best of luck with the new streaming network. You're welcome back on our show anytime.
I absolutely would adore coming back with all kinds of new stuff to tell you and your fans.
Our guest has been actor and producer Don Fullilove. My name is Harvey Brownstone. Thanks to our producer, Steve Silver. Thank you all for joining us. See you next time.
Remember to subscribe to the Harvey Brownstone Interviews YouTube channel. And be sure to check out more great interviews with Harvey Brownstone on harveybrownstoneinterviews.com.